it looks like Facebook is starting to make some of the same mistakes that Twitter is making. And we already know Twitter's been pretty ugly last year. But hey, guys, welcome to NGB Business News, the greatest commentary news channel on YouTube. And like I said, today is going to be pretty interesting because it seems like Facebook is taking a page out of Twitter's book, which I have no reason, like no idea why you would do that. Everything's been going crazy in Twitter since, Elon Musk entered the scene. Pretty much people have been sleeping at Twitter offices. Tons of people have been getting fired. They've been getting fired in very extracurricular ways, to say the least, and everything like that. And as we know, they're doing a lot of censorship, and they came out with the verification badges where you could essentially pay for verification, and the users did not like that at all. I don't think I've heard of one person who actually liked the idea of being able to buy your verification on Twitter. So then that makes me wonder, why would Facebook do this? We already, if anything, I would say we already had a trial run with Twitter, and they didn't even have to pay for anything. They had to put no funding into research. All they had to do was look across the waters over at Twitter and see how much of a failure that was. But maybe they'll have, an excuse for it and everything in this article. It's a little interesting. And I mean, this could be some big changes to Facebook coming up soon, so it'll be interesting to get into all that. Well, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all the love you guys have really been showing the page lately and everything like that. I appreciate each and every one of you, but I don't want to hold you guys up, so let's go ahead and get into this article. Okay, so it says Meta is rolling out a new paid verification subscription service for Instagram and Facebook users. So this will be for Instagram too, which I know people are going to hate. You guys know people are going to hate that. One of the greatest things about having a verification badge on Instagram is you can slide in girls' DMs and they'll mess with you. I'm just playing. But you guys know it's a very prestigious thing to have a check mark on Instagram, and this instantly is gonna make it like not so prestigious, It kind of sucks for especially those who worked hard to get a check mark, Now it says Meta is rolling out a new paid subscription service called Meta Verified. Oh, excuse me. CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced in an Instagram update Sunday. For $11.99 a month on the web and $14.99 a month on iOS, users on Meta's Instagram and Facebook platforms will be able to submit their government ID and get a blue verification badge. What do they mean, like on the web and on iOS? I mean, I get it. They're saying one is on the phone and the other one's on the web, but like, wait, so your account can be verified on an iPhone, but it's not a verified account if I go through a Google page? Doesn't that seem a little weird? Don't you assume that the Google, like social media, you would assume would still be the same, regardless of if you're using a web page or if you're using an app on your phone? You would still assume the accounts would have the same pictures up, the same videos up, the same comments, captions, everything. So it seems kind of weird. Maybe that's a way for them to try to sneak extra money. That's what it seems like, where they're like, hey, just pay the, what would it be, like $26 for both or something like that? $27 and just get both. Nah. It says the service will be introduced in Australia and New Zealand this week, with more countries will follow. It's about increasing authenticity and security across their services, which is pretty much the same excuse that Twitter had, but we all know why they did this. They did this because they definitely knew that everybody wants verification. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a good thing for security and everything like that. But when your users don't want it, it seems like it's kind of like a money grab, especially when you know that your users don't want this. And I'm sure they know that their users don't want this, because like I said, we already saw what happened with Twitter. Now it says Meta has historically granted. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah, I should have had a coffee, huh? Should have had a coffee this morning. But historically granted verification to notable users like politicians, executives, members of the press, and organizations to signal their legitimacy. And that's, like I said, that's what made it so cool, because it showed that you were legitimate. It showed that you were who you were. It showed that you were someone to say, you know what I'm saying? But if all you got to do is pay $13.99 for it, then that takes away all the prestige. And when somebody sees, oh, you got a blue check mark, it's like, whatever, you just probably paid for that, Now, the company's new subscription service is similar to oh my god, guys. Twitter's revamped service called Twitter Blue, which also grants the user a verification badge if they pay a monthly fee. Yep. So, like we said, it's pretty much just like Twitter Blue, which makes sense. Um, Twitter launched its updated Twitter Blue subscription service in December after the company's new owner, Elon Musk, pulled and delayed the initial launch. The Tesla and SpaceX CEO, who acquired Twitter for $44 billion dollars in October, big move. We know that was one of the main talking points we had last year, has said the new verification system will be the great leveler and give power to the people. I don't see how. I mean, it was good in that you couldn't like imitate people as much, like you couldn't like fake like you're Donald Trump, but then again, it would be kind of easier to fake like you're Donald Trump if all you have to do is pay for the blue check mark rather than, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god, guys. You know what I'm saying though? Rather than if you had to pay for the blue check mark rather than actually like work for it and get your followings up, then it would be a lot easier, I would think, to fake like you're, someone you're not because you have a large blue check mark. Maybe go buy some followers, buy a check mark, boom, 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 you're good. Now it says Twitter Blue briefly launched in November, but it was pulled after users abused the newly paid option by impersonating celebrities and brands, just like I was saying. See, and the point that it got pulled by Twitter, like, wouldn't that tell Meta, like, maybe we should really think about what we're doing here? I hope they come out and address why they think this is a good idea. Oh my god. I think I just have like a flurry of yawns now. Now, a Meta spokesperson said Sunday that there are impersonation protections in place with Meta verified subscriptions. In order to qualify, all right, you got to be at least 18 years old, meet minimum account activity requirements. So I guess that means you probably have to, post a certain amount of times a day or at least be active, on Facebook, within a certain amount of time, just to ensure that you're actually an active user. Submit a government ID that matches your profile name and photo. It says subscriptions will also include proactive monitoring for account impersonation, according to the spokesperson. So Facebook's going to be literally watching you. Facebook's going to be watching your account, guys. I just don't think this is a good idea. I think we already knew that this was non-successful with Twitter. A lot of people that are on Instagram probably have a Twitter, you know what I'm saying? So they already probably were like, ugh, like, dang, like they got rid of this with Twitter, thank God. Like now they about to bring it over to Instagram. Like, I don't know about that. It says Musk has been open about his intent to eventually remove badges from Twitter accounts that were verified prior to Twitter Blue launch. Excuse me. But Meta will not make changes to accounts that are already verified as the company tests its service, a spokesperson said. Businesses are not currently eligible for Meta Verified, which is very different than Instagram. Instagram had it. They had it in 3 different sectors, I think. I know one was like gold, but I know they had 3 different sectors, and one was for business, one was for individual people, and I'm not sure what the other one was. If you guys know, drop that in the comments. It might have been for media or like something like that. Who knows? It says that they're not currently eligible, but the company said users will not be able to change their profile name, username, date of birth, or profile photo without going through the application process again, which makes a lot of sense considering that, it's a verification process. You can't just go and change your name. That makes a lot of sense. But what do you guys think about this? I personally think that this is a terrible idea for Meta. I guess it could help with security a little bit, but what if the same thing happens that just happens over Twitter? Do they have some kind of way to prevent that? Did they learn anything? Did they even look over at what was going on with Twitter and when this happened and the huge hoopla that this was, for everybody? It doesn't seem like they really looked. But let me know what you guys think about this. Do you guys think this is a good look, or the Instagram people are going to go crazy? Because I feel like the people on Instagram are going to go crazy. Facebook may not care as much. You normally there's a little bit older of people over there, but people on Instagram, they care about those check marks. If they work hard to get 50,000 subscribers and get a check mark, they are going to be very angry if Lil Johnny from across the street can pay $13.99 and have a blue check mark like them. It's gonna have them feeling some type of way. I know these IG models, they be serious about their craft and they do not play, so I know they will not be playing. So let me know how big a mistake, or if you guys think this is a mistake or a good thing and everything like that in the comments. Also, like, comment, subscribe. I know I've been kind of sleepy today. I don't know what was going on with that. I had a bunch of yeah. Actually, that's a real yawn. That's a real yawn. You can see my eyes tearing up. But yeah, you guys have a great day. Be blessed and enjoy Instagram while you can, because everybody's about to have a blue check mark pretty soon.